I can't sleep at night. I haven't been able to sleep good for the past month. So I don't even think she's ever gonna see this video, but I'm going to do it anyways, and I'm going to go all out on what I'm about to say. Put an end to all this once and for all. And no, this is not a rant video. I'm not gonna go off on someone. If anything, it's more of an appreciation type of video. So, first and foremost, I just want to thank you for just being kind since the very beginning. Um, I'll never forget it like it was yesterday. First day on the job, new guy in town, um, and dude, I didn't know shit. I had no direction because it was so busy. You just throwing a kid under the bus and a busy ass weekend too, and you were the first one. I swear to God, you were the very first one who went out your way and helped me. You didn't have to do that. You could have waited for the other managers or other associates, whatever the hell, to help me out. But you were the very first one. I'll never forget it. At that damn, they're doing the forks and shit. You get what I'm saying? So okay, this place is large, and I'm probably not gonna see around as much. Probably like once in the blue moon type of people I see pass by or whatever the hell. That's what I was thinking in my head initially. And then he started to like ask questions about me and all that shit, and wanted to get to know me better. And I was like, okay, I'll humor her, and I'll just be normal, be nice, and talk back, and maybe ask questions of my own. But I'll never forget throughout time when we would just like randomly have a small conversation or whatever the hell. You always remembered every little detail of what we talked about. I was like, hold on, okay. And usually when you tell people these type of things, and they end up forgetting, they either just straight up don't care, or maybe they forget easily. But no, you remembered like very vividly small details in a conversation, and I was like, okay, you have a good memory too. I have a good memory as well, and I knew not to like take that as a romantic thing. It's just good remembrance. And then I started to fall for you actually. I was always questioning myself. Okay, she's normal. She's not like these pick me type of girls. And what was I being an idiot for? Why am I like falling for something? And I didn't know. Obviously, now I know about your status, so to say. Um, I know attachment was forbidden. I knew that since even before I started my first day. Literally, boss man himself was like, "Dude, this is forbidden." And I mentioned in yesterday's video, like, "Yeah, right. I ain't gonna do that shit. I'm too good for that." And I was like, "What the?" So hold on. Damn, dude. What the hell am I doing? But I like the challenge of it. I was always that type of guy. Hence why I probably never had a girlfriend. I was always trying to go for girls way out of my league. It's just like I don't know why I do that. It's just stupid. It's dumb. I should go for someone like around my league or even below or whatever. Yeah, ugly, I guess. But I like the challenge of it. I loved it, and then I would always think, man, rules are meant to be broken. Fuck this shit. I got this. I was so confident in my self to pull it off, but keep in mind, I wasn't gonna rush things. I never once, even though after all the conversations we had, I never once brought up, "Do you have a boyfriend? Who'd you go with? Are you seeing?" So I never once did that because I learned from the previous girl I was in love with. I literally took what I failed at from trying to approach her and brought it over to here. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shut the hell up. I'm not gonna bring up anything romantic at all. And I thought I did a pretty fucking good job at it, if you ask me, because you didn't know and I loved you until obviously after the end. Um, I didn't give off any hints of romantic feelings. I swear I did. I believe that. I did nothing but kind and I was nothing but kind and sweet, like you say, and thoughtful and considerate. And you were the same to me as well. So it was more of like just friendly encounters, to say the least. But I liked the challenge of it. I thought I could pull it off. I wouldn't say that I was playing the long game because I still needed to get to know you. How are you gonna fall in love with someone you barely know, right? So that's why I started challenging myself to ask you these type of questions. Like I'm gonna try to get to know her better by asking her more and more stuff about her life and her hobbies or whatever the hell. I was like, it was slowly a build up, dude. There was this like 2 month period where I would have been happy with just telling her hi and goodbye. Like, dude, I was on some pussy shit. So throughout time, I started to gain more and more confidence. Like, man, stop being a bitch and just go up there and just fucking tell her something, spew random bullshit. I don't know. Just, I never had a girlfriend in my life. I still don't to this very day, but this is all new to me. You know, I'm still learning. I'm gonna be a quarter of a century, right? And I'm still learning things to this very day, and I just like the challenge of it. And there was this one time where I realized, like, I wouldn't say fall off because, you know, we didn't have nothing to begin with, but you just started talking to me less and less. I don't know if it had to do with it being busy, or maybe it's because I was no longer the new kid on the block, so you had no reason to talk with me, right? It's, at the end of the day, it's just business, nothing personal, so you think. And I tried my very hardest. There was like 2 times where I tried my very hardest to actually get over you. Meaning, like, okay, I'm going to purposely not talk with her. I'm going to purposely not look her direction. I'm pretty sure you noticed it a couple times. And then if I seen you coming my way in like a direction, I would purposely go out my way to go the other way just to avoid you at all costs. I really tried. I did. I swear to God. I tried my hardest to get over you, and I couldn't because you always want me back over with your smile. I just don't know why you do that shit. I'm not blaming you now for it. You just always found a way to win me back over with your smile. Maybe I'm taking things the wrong way, and I'm just flat out delusional. Maybe so, but you're the very reason why I locked in. Because I heard your story where, you know, I swear to God, I thought you were older than me. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean you're younger than me and you're like pulling this shit off? I'm not gonna put your business out there, but it was just like inspiring. Like, dude, I want to better myself. I've been a lazy sack of shit these past few years after I graduated high school. Like, why am I letting, not even her, just children, why am I letting children outdo me? Like, I'm the fucking GOAT. What the fuck? So I was like, bro, I need to lock the fuck in, dude. I'm the best in the world. I really believe that shit, and I can bring so much kindness in the world, or kindness to this world, and, you know, I want to have an impact on people's lives. But this time, it was the other way around. It was her making the impact on me. When I heard her story, when I see where she was at, I was like, dude, I need to surpass them all. I need to surpass her. That way, I can be at her league one day. But that was the fun of it. She was the very reason why I locked in. The very reason why, because I was working 3 days out of the week, right? I was okay with just doing super part-time. I didn't give a shit. I was like, okay, I get my $1,000 every check. I don't give a shit. And then once I like started to slowly get to know you more and to fall for you more, I was like, you know what, fuck this, dude. I'm getting too old to be doing part-time and shit like this. It's time to lock in. So I actually went out my way to ask for more hours because I wanted to see you more. You know, the more I work, the more chances I get to see you, right? And this is where it comes into play later on. So I didn't care about the schedule. I just needed to basically work more so I could see you more. That was the whole initial goal. And then, of course, throughout time, I grew a pair, you know, and got to know you a lot better and shit. And I was barely starting to get in my groove and finally starting to talk more. It took a fucking minute. It took half a year for that to happen. But unfortunately, that day happened where they started to like change my schedule and shit, and it was permanently too. I know it was permanently because, you know, we all know why they changed my schedule, but I had the fear of seeing you less. That is the very reason why I fucking flipped shit and said what I said. I quit. I wasn't even myself. I wasn't even thinking right. I wasn't even in the right place when I said that shit. I was just so mad. I was so fueled with rage that I just pulled this shit. I just did that shit. I was like, I don't want to come back. I'm not coming back. Blah, blah, blah. Send message. And I'll never forget, I went to sleep that night. I took a nap. I woke up feeling a lot better. It's like, no, fuck it. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm going to figure a way around this. So that's when I hit up a manager, and I was like, bro, let's run this shit back. I take back all I said. This wasn't even like 25. This was like literally 12 hours later when I woke up after I was mad as shit. I was like, let's fucking fix this. Let's make things right. All right. So I was like, okay, I can just find another position, and then I could still be the bar bag or busser in the other days. Boom, fan fucking tastic, right? You would think that. And little to my surprise, I kind of got cast aside. I was like, oh shit, damn. I was like, I can't even get a second chance. Like, I hear stories all the time. People quit and they, get their second chance. I guess I'm not cool enough, or I don't have no clout, or I don't know, leeway around that. And bro, it was crazy. And then I finally got the light bulb went off in my head. It's like, boom, I'm gonna write her a fucking letter. And funny enough, you may have read the letter, you may have threw it away along with the pendulum, but I have the original script right there, the original paper I wrote. I'm gonna read it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Some things are meant to be taken to the grave. But yeah, I remember doing that because I was so convinced that would be the final and last time I'd ever talk with you. Because I never, would have had the grand idea of maybe possibly following you elsewhere on social media, or maybe you were gonna come and ask me, I don't fucking know, maybe you're gonna randomly hit me up with a message. Like, I was so convinced that was the last opportunity I could ever have at ever talking to you again. So that's why I wrote the letter. And it's an old school way of doing things, I will admit, but I swear on God, no one on God's green earth would have ever thought that, or even attempted to do that, because it's such a ballsy move. It's an all-out final effort into expressing how I truly felt. I would, honestly, if I would have stayed there, I would have never admitted my love to you. I swear on that, because I would have waited for you to eventually open up. If I could have pulled it off, I would have never admitted my love to you. I swear. I wasn't even going to play the long game. I was going to say, okay, if she, 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, if she doesn't say nothing, I'll just go to fucking Tokyo, Japan, right, and fulfill my dream out there, becoming a principal/teacher. That was like the whole initial goal. I would have never admitted my love to you, ever. But I was like, fuck this, dude. I gotta do it. I gotta go out with something. I'm not gonna die with regret, So I'm gonna go out with a bang, hoorah and shit like that. So I had to do it. I couldn't find it in my heart. She was like, I'm not going the rest of eternity on a what if. What if I shut the fuck up? What if I didn't, crash out and quit the job and shit like that? And I don't know. It's just, life is always full of what ifs, scenarios, but that was something I needed to do. And keep in mind, this is before I gained my confidence and shit. I'm fucking king confident now, but it's just crazy. And I'll never forget, I tried my very hardest. I did everything you can fucking think of to get back on the job. I bothered the boss man. I had a homeboy ask managers for me. It's put me back on the schedule. I was like, dude, I was literally going to sleep at night, every single night, questioning myself, was I that bad of a worker? Did I fucking suck that bad? Shit, bro, it was just crazy. What the fuck was wrong with me? Does the boss man hate quitters? I don't know. I only quit for 12 hours, and it was crazy. But I finally recently got the news and shit, and why I truly got fired. And holy fucking plot twist. Man, this is something out of a movie, bro. I obviously thought things in my head, why I could have gotten fired, and shit like that. And I did think of that. I was like, no way she would do that. Fucking tell the boss, hell no way. I can't see that. And holy plot twist, it happened. Damn, I'm not mad or anything. It was bro, I would think there's some shit you keep to the grave. I mean, hence why I even put it in a letter. If that was the case, I would just had fucking homeboy I would have just folded it and handed it to him. It's like, here, read it without no envelope. I would have figured you would have got the message. I'm I literally told him to tell you not to tell anyone or read it in front of anyone. So it was a bit, I wouldn't say betrayal. It's just a bit shocking, but I can understand. I don't know the true reason why you may have told him. I don't know if you were going with the intention of hey, this is what he wrote me, don't bring him back, or oh, I won't ever see him again, but look what he wrote for me anyways. I don't know what you could have done it for, honestly. But I was more shocked at that. I'm glad I kind of heard that, because now I can finally sleep better at night. And I'm not mad at you for that. It's your life at the end of the day. And I also want to say I'm extremely sorry for overwhelming you on the letter. Like I said, I was so convinced that would be my last attempt to ever talk with you ever again. The final time ever. So I'm sorry if I overwhelmed you with everything I said. I know it was probably a lot to say. It probably came to no surprise to you, honestly. You probably knew I liked you and shit like that. But I gotta say anyways, I'm sorry if I overwhelmed you with everything I wrote. It was probably a lot to take in. And for someone to one day be normal to you, and then the next time you hear from them, in a way, he full on confesses his love for you. So it's probably a lot to take in. Personally, me, if someone I didn't like, wrote me something like that, I wouldn't like tell her. I would just kind of like keep it to myself. But I mean, it's your life at the end of the day. We're all different and unique in our own way. So here we are now. Do I take everything back what I've done? The answer is fucking no. I don't take anything back. I'm following my heart at the end of the day. My heart tells me I'm into you. And it's for very good reason. You're kind, sweet. I wrote it down in a fucking letter. You know why. I'm not taking back anything I said. And no one on God's green earth is going to do what I'm doing. I'm not making this video to try to bring you back in my life. That's not what I'm doing. I just need to say thank you. That's it. I don't need you to hit me up randomly. Oh, that was so sweet. I don't need you to do any of that. You can if you want, but it's all up to you at the end of the day. This is an appreciation video. I need to do this video so I can get the closure so I can sleep better at fucking night, and I could be proud of myself. I could be on my dying bed. It's like, you know what? Good job, Willie G. At least you won't die with regret. And you won't fucking die a chomp and like, what if I would have talked to her one last time, why? In the year 2130 or something when I'm fucking die. But, I love you. And I'm not going to take that back because God himself allowed me to have feelings. And I'm going to follow my heart. My heart tells me I love you because you inspire me to better myself for every reason. And now I learned to never give up on anything ever. I'm not giving up. I feel like I've done a pretty fucking good job. Man, I'm out here doing shit I never thought possible. I'm bettering myself every day. I'm learning. I'm the greatest of all time for a reason. And I may never see you again. I may never even hear from you again. But that's okay because now I can officially say I won't die with regret. And Natalie, I will always love you. To be concluded.